Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Play Gaming for Fun. Here's your host, Nathan Adkins. Hi guys. My lame attempt of making it actually look like an actual television show with my background going crazy on me. Today I've actually got a few information before we start playing, and that's also including a new book to me, but I think everybody else knows about it. It has been deemed one of the New York Times bestseller, found it at Walmart, and it looks pretty interesting because I was hoping to find something a little bit more on the fact of there being something for this character, and we'll get into that in just a minute. I actually do have some new information today about some games that's coming out. I went by GameStop today to look at it. Yeah, sorry guys for my green screen is on the fritz for some very odd reasons. I'm going to adjust that here soon because I'm about to switch my head out as well. But yes, we got some information about some games that I know a couple of my friends is going to like, and wanting some information if they don't have it already. About a few games that's coming out, and yes, the games that I am referring to is all going to be on PlayStation 4 games. Some of these games are going to be for other systems as well, and for your own sake, please look up the information before you decide or encourage to buy for your system or PCs. Okay, today is going to be a little bit more of information-wise, outside of gaming. I would do this outside of the gaming blogs, but right now I'm having trouble of figuring that out. So until I can get somebody technically smart as me, or better than me, I will try to figure that out soon. Maybe I can get one of my cousins. I think they're more into this than I am. So, speaking of which, shout out to all my cousins. I hope life is treating you well today. And that's really to everybody, but my cousins, we might get on each other's nerves every now and then, but they're the best cousins a guy could ask for or hope for. Especially all the cousins, aunts, uncles. God bless y'all. But yes, back to the information with the games. Actually, give me a sec because I am gonna switch out my hat here. Okay, I got my normal base hat. The green screen tends to do a little better. I don't know if I need to make this tighter or not. So, given the fact my green screen is going berserkers on me, I do want to tell everybody, do not look at the green screen. And, sorry. Let's see. Let's start with the closest release dates first. Anybody into UFC fighting games? UFC 3 is coming out tomorrow. So if you have pre-ordered that anytime, do not forget, pre-order that at any local GameStop. Do not forget to go pick that up. I don't play those games, so I can't really give you that much information on it. So if anybody has a lot of information on it, and somebody wants to look it up, please comment at the bottom and try to give them that information. Another game that I'm not too much familiar with, Shadow of the Colossus. It comes out the 6th of this month. I'm not too sure about that game either. These are some of the new games that I don't usually keep up with. I mean, I'm going to start to keep up with some of these games outside of my games that I play, just for information purposes for these videos. So far, there's a lot of games on here that I haven't been keeping up with, but I am going to try to do better with that as the vlogs roll on as the years and the blogs roll on. We're going to try to do better. The next game that's coming out on the 9th, or the next two games that's coming out on the 9th of this month, here's a game that I think one of my friends will probably go to GameStop to pre-order or go pick it up when he can. The Seven Deadly Sins Nights, coming out this month. I've actually did some research on that one a little bit, just because of my friend. It looks like it's going to be a campaign mode, not a fighting mode, which is good. It's kind of going to be feeling like an RPG based video game. So any RPG guys out there that likes that stuff, this might be a game for you. Again, I'm not too sure. I'm still going to look up some information, gameplay wise, and let y'all see it. In fact, if any of these games that I've said that you would like to see more gameplay mechanics of when they come out, I will do my best to get them. But just a fair warning right now. I am short on cash, and the only game that I am worried about that's coming out this month, I will say later on. And if you watched any of my broadcast, you probably already know what that is. There's your hint. Under that, there's a game called Under Night in Birth XL Late. Definitely don't know that game at all, but it's coming out the same day. The 13th is Destiny Warriors. Destiny Warriors 9 is coming out on the 13th, along with Kingdom Command Deliverance, Monster Mercenary Supercross, or Monster Energy Supercross. Oh, Monster Energy. Okay, so that must sounds like for a game for all your dirt bikers out there that would like to play that. Also, Rainbow Six Siege Advanced is coming out that day, and Rainbow Six Complete. Those two games are coming out. I'm guessing one's a complete package, like a collector's or something like that. I've been hearing good stuff about that game, especially if you're a big Call of Duty fan or any first-person shooter fan. That might be a game you can check out. Me personally, don't like this next game because, I mean, seriously, especially for a Christian, this show is stupid as stupid can get out. South Park Sticks of Truth. It's coming out on the 13th, but for people who likes that, yeah, there you go. Not my cup of tea at all, really. It's not. But that's player preference. If you like it, by all means, do what you want, but don't come to me when y'all say, "Oh, this game stinks." I warned you. But a lot of people likes that show and games, so just keep that in mind. Not my personal preference. Also coming out that day, the last game, Wonder Boy Dragons Traps. Again, that's a title that's not familiar with me, have not kept up, and I didn't get that much information about it today. Which, after this broadcast, I'm actually going to look up some of these games and give more information as the time goes. So we're going down to the 18th. The only game I see coming out for PlayStation 4 on the 18th, or actually the 15th, my bad, would be Street of Manga GX XL. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, but it comes out on the 15th. Again, another title that I'm not too familiar with. Again, I will go try to look up some of these informations. Right now, these are just release dates informations of the games that people may or may not like. A game coming out on the 20th of this month will be Metal Gear Survive. I've heard a lot of good things about Metal Gear. Again, I do not know if this is going to be the same game as Metal Gear Solid or whatnot, but sounds the same to me. So, again, I will look up some of these informations, especially the ones that's got later dates on them. Here's one I'm not too familiar with, but it sounds interesting. Past Cure, coming out on the 23rd. Again, I do not know that one, but I'm actually gonna look into that one. That sounds curious. I don't know if it's a game based off healing. That's what it sounds like. Past cure, but I'm actually gonna take a look at that one, and we might talk about that one later in my broadcast. My favorite and all time, you probably have already heard this one, months and months down the road. Sword Art Fatal Bullet, coming out on the 23rd. Now, I can actually go into detail with this game a little bit, just because this is one of my favorite games that I love to talk about. And speaking of games that love to talk about, it's just one of those games that I feel more at home with. Just because, I'm sorry guys, very sorry. Just try to fix this green screen because I am very paranoid of those green markings. But yeah, Sword Art Online, the Fatal Bullet. From the way we're looking at, it looks like you're gonna be playing alongside Kirito. You're not going to be Kirito in this game, which is a good idea, given the fact that I've been hearing complaints about girls are actually mad, especially when they try to talk to Klein, and I think Klein would like to have more girls talk to him in that sense, just because, you know, he's Klein. And it does kind of get kind of weird when Kirito starts flirting with guys in the game. So yeah, as far as we can see, it looks like you're gonna be creating your own character and play alongside Kirito and all the other characters. And you get your own AI. So instead of playing the story mode with Yui, like most of your games did with Sword Art Online, it looks like you get your own AI, and it looks like you can make your own storyline, but I know there's going to be some storyline with the main characters. So that's what it looks like for that. Any VR fanatics, especially horror VR fanatics, I am not one of those. I will tell you that right now. Horror games freak me out. That's why you don't see me playing zombies on Call of Duty. Which, hey guys, you could have left that part out. But it's a popular game, apparently. A lot of people like horror games, and for the VR, the game Don't Knock Twice. You don't gotta tell me twice not to get this game. But again, guys, I'm not a horror person, so disclaimer's out. But for all you horror fans, especially that likes the films and you want to feel like you're actually in one, that might be a game for you. I'm gonna apologize if I do not say this game right. Next, Griggle. It's coming out on the 27th, along with Don't Knock Twice. I really don't know that one all that great neither. I think that's going to be one of my one of my games that I'm going to be looking up. And VR fanatics again, not this month, but next month we're going to do some from next month as well. Bravo Team VR and Bravo Team with an aim controller. If you have already done VR games with the PlayStation, at least, they've already had an aim controller for the Farpoint, which they did a really bang up job with it, given the slight defects that PlayStation has. And since they did very well with the Farpoint, on how their first-person shooters, I think, needs to go in this direction. Bravo Team sounds like it would be my next VR game if I had to make a choice. It's coming out the third month, and it's coming out on the 6th of the third month. I've actually already looked at some of the gameplay footage online, which I recommend everybody go behind me on some of these games and do that. It looks like it'd be a pretty good game from, I'm hoping I'm just hoping that it's going to be just as good when I get into it, be as good as the VR game as Farpoint was. And yes, I'm still playing Farpoint, and yes, for some odd reason, even if it's a VR game, I still gotta practice the first-person shooters. Outside of that, though, Bravo Team 6 does look like one of the main games that I'm going to get. If not right off the gate, probably a couple weeks after. Yeah, but if you haven't played Farpoint yet, and you do not have an aim controller, I would recommend, it costs a little more, but I will recommend getting that aim controller with the package, because of right now they're not selling that aim controller separately, as far as I know. As far as I know, the only way to get the aim controller is get it with the game, and that's why why these VR games for that is going to be a little bit more than what you might want to pay for. And I do recommend that aim controller, because yeah, it's going to feel more realistic if you go that route. And frankly, I don't think it's going to work with the regular controller. I know Farpoint does it. I've tried. If I'm mistaken, please comment at the bottom. Okay, any Final Fantasy fans out there? Yeah, that's a tongue twister. Say that 5 times fast. Final Fantasy fans, XV Royal Edition is coming out the same day with Bravo Team on the 6th of next month. If anybody, I'm not a big Final Fantasy guy, but I'm hearing that they're doing away with the turn bases, so I might get into it. Actually, I might go and try to see what it is. I'm not saying all turn bases are bad. To me, it's a little boring. I mean, the strategy is fun and all that, but waiting for your turn to strategize and all that is kind of boring to me. But I mean, I'm not down on them, because the turn-based games like that for RPGs were the foundation for the RPGs that we have now. So I'm not downing the turn-based, but it's just not my preferred playstyle. But from what people's been telling me, that Final Fantasy is doing a pretty good job of communicating for other players, but also for the older players that really enjoy it. From what I'm hearing, it's still like a turn-based thing, but you can move your characters. But they're still keeping the turn-based, but making it feel more fluent. From what I'm seeing, or from what I'm hearing. I guess I'll finish up for the 6th. There's a lot of games coming out on the 6th of next month. Life is Strange Before is coming out on the same day. Life is Strange Before LE. Life is Strange Before Storm. LE. Or, no, not LE. Well, it's two of the same titles, but one's a LE and one's a Storm. That's another game I'm going to try to look up for you guys and give some information on. It sounds interesting. I don't know what it's gonna be. And guys, apologize again for this game because I don't think I'm gonna pronounce this right. Scramble Knots Shadows. Yeah, again, sorry if I mess up on that name. It's coming out on the 6th. Sounds like a horror game. I'm not too sure. But I'm actually going to look into that one too. That one actually sounds interesting. And, oh boy, this is a weird name too, so excuse me for getting this wrong. TT Fellas of Man Riding on the Edge. You know what, just for shorten that game title, Man Riding on the Edge. Again, I don't know that one. That's just the game that's coming out that I think gamers would like to know, if they don't know already, or check out before it comes out. You know. Okay, Velocity 2X, Critical Mass. Now that sounds something that I would probably get into. It also comes out on the 6th. I'm actually going to look that game up as well. For the games that's coming out, I think that I'm going to stop there for this broadcast, just because I spent a lot of time describing these games out for everybody. There's a lot more games coming out, and yeah, it's a lot to take in, but especially to everyone that is my new broadcasting crew, or broadcast people, if you like any of the games that I said before, or any games that I've said today, go out and check these online. I will do some information, and I don't know how to do the gameplay yet behind me. I'm still learning with this green screen, as you can tell. I'm still a little blurry in some areas. Some days I have a good one, some days I don't. So I'm learning. I marked where we stopped on this list, and we'll go through we'll continue to go through these lists, because man, they gave me a list that goes all the way down to December. Or that's scheduled to come out to through the December, and a lot of games are coming out. Not this month, but next month, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But I'm gonna take a break. I got 3 pages of this stuff, so with that being said, all the information that I gave today about the games of release dates has came from my local GameStop. GameStop, power to the players. Boom. I bet you they pretty much get annoyed at me in the morning, because I'm actually in there almost every other day. But their employee staff is awesome to the max. If you need information, they're glad to give you the information. And that is for my local GameStop, and I assume that all the other GameStops does the same. So I would highly recommend them for any information that you want on any of the games that I have mentioned today, in the past, and going to be in the future. Now we're going to go into my book setting, and then we'll get to the gameplay. The book today that I think a lot of Star Wars fans may or may not like, depending on what Star Wars fan you are. Does anybody remember Ahsoka that was in the Clone Wars episodes? And she also made an appearance on the Star Wars Rebels, the older version of Ahsoka. If you're a Star Wars fan, the name might have crossed you sooner or later. pretty much, if you don't know, Ahsoka was the apprentice to Anakin Skywalker, who later on became Darth Vader. As far as I know, Ahsoka does not have a dark side. She didn't go to the dark side of the Force, and she discontinued of being a Jedi. But I think, from what I've saw or from what I've seen, she still tries to use her Jedi powers to go up against the Sith and try to bring a little balance back. Yet, do I know if they played her character in helping Luke or not? I don't know. That's why I bought the book, because it is the Legend of Ahsoka, I'm assuming. All it says is Star Wars Ahsoka. And like I said, it's got the title of the #1 New York Times bestseller. Again, I saw this at Walmart, and I decided to get it to read. I'm not a very big chapter book fan, but when it comes to Star Wars or Aragon books, I tend to do my best to stay focused and try to read some of these. So, I will let y'all know on if the book is actually good or not. I'm going to read this, and then we'll go from there if it's going to show up on the next later on broadcast. I mean, not the very next one, but later on. But I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but it looked interesting to get a little bit. It does look like it's going to be taking place after she left the Jedi Council from the Clone Wars series, and see how she might end up. Might give information of how she ended up where she was in the Star Wars Rebels. With that being said, if anybody comments, please comment on this. Did Ahsoka die when she faced Darth Vader? Very good question, because I mean, the door is shut. You really don't know if she escaped or died. I'm hoping she escapes, because she is one of my favorite female Jedi characters, and I would hate to see for one of them to die, especially to the hands of Darth Vader. Hands of her master. However, we kind of know that Darth Vader dies after confronting his son Luke, and I was hoping that Ahsoka, now this is a theory, I was hoping Ahsoka would be one of the Jedi, or returning to the Jedi to help Luke, help his council out. Do I know this for a fact? No. Do I want it to be? Yes. But also how Disney is actually going out to making these movies, Star Wars movies, for Luke, and from what it looks like, it doesn't look like Luke is going to be starting the Jedi Council like he did in the books way before these movies came out. And if you're a big Star Wars nerd, you would know what I'm talking about, because in the books he's supposed to be starting the Jedi Council. If I'm wrong, prove me wrong. Give me the book title, and I will try to go find it. And if I am wrong, I will admit to it. But from right now, from the information that I've got from the Star Wars series, he was supposed to start up a new Jedi Council, and it was going to be totally opposite from the previous council that said you wasn't allowed to love. The council that Luke started was going to actually allow you to fall in love, but you had to be trained to let go in case something dies, or your significant other dies, and do not go and seek revenge. Uh, but yes, that is the book. I'm actually going to be reading it, and yes, with my attention span, it's going to take me probably several months to read this book, especially with the broadcast job and other duties that I have in real life. But yes, yeah, that's the book. I just got done with the game information. This book, however, is at Walmart, at local Walmart, at your local Walmarts, and it is $8. Yeah, I'm gonna just say $8 to $10, depending on where you're at, because I thought the book was very interesting, and by the time they get to Walmart, I think they're at the lowest peak of their sales. But I still, well, I can't recommend picking it up yet. I haven't read it, but I'm gonna read it. So that's the information part of the broadcast. I'm sorry I took so long with that. But like I said in most of my broadcasts, I want this to be an informational broadcast for people, for like in their games and such. And I haven't really been doing that all that much in my previous broadcasts, so I wanted to try to start doing it now. And just comment, subscribe below, tell me how I'm doing, tell me what I need to do better. And I know for one, this green screen back here it's not working with me today, so please excuse me for that. It worked pretty well last night. I do think, however, I need to rearrange my lighting in my room, and I just don't got time or the money or the space to do that with. But hopefully I can fix that. I'm gonna go to headquarters first, and I'm gonna get my daily allowance they got in this game. I don't know if they're starting to give it to me automatically, or do I still gotta go to the smell thing. But we're gonna do it, and after we do the smell thing, we'll get right into the gameplay, and I'm gonna stick with team deathmatch again. Later on this morning, around 1 o'clock, I actually played a real good game. 9 kills, 2 deaths. 2 deaths. I'm always getting 18 deaths or more, so 9 out of 2 is pretty good. So we're gonna go to this mail call, payroll. Got it. Ooh, I got a package. All right, so let's see what we got in our package. Okay. Diamonds? Bailout. Yeah, that's what I need. Bailout. An I Spy handle. Okay. I'm actually gonna go. Let's see here. We're gonna go to emblems. If I can. Strikes. Okay, there we go. Emblems. Okay. Diamonds. How the hell want that for an emblem? I kind of like mine. Yeah. green star down here. Okay. Division. Don't like the shovels. Hate the shovels. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Okay, let's go find a match. Again, guys, I know I've already apologized. My green screen is screwing with me. We'll play a couple matches here, and we'll man, I should have brought me water.
Team deathmatch. Eliminate the enemy team. Bring the war to them and bring it hard.
Okay, so back on this map.
There's one in the open! Boom! Need ammo!
Are you kidding me? Well, so much for my good game yesterday, or earlier this morning. Oh, buttermilk. I walked right into that one. Just got a friend request from one of my cousins. Seriously? I looked up there like maybe once, didn't see nobody. Yeah.
Enemy recon aircraft observed.
Pop your head up, dude.
Dropping A's on bomb.
That is bullcrap.
Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover.
Oh, yeah, I did get killed. Ugh. That was a close one. That felt pretty close. Buttermilk biscuit. Buttermilk biscuit, man. Come on.
Enemy down!
Are you kidding me? Ah. I swear, man.
Firing for full effect. Target zone locked. Sending Sun bomb.
Okay, got it. Grenades, grenade. Fucking grenade. Got it. Bum. Payback, but
Fire in the hole!
please tell me I got him. Yes! He might have killed me, but I took him down with me. They always come behind me.
Advance failed. Pull back to the MLR.
I wish I had my Thompson. Alright guys, I think we'll do one more game and then we'll call it a night. Or call it a day. Wow, we got some serious players up in here. We got a general. One guy's prestiged, I think. Yep, one prestiged. Yeah, I think that worked a little bit. Helped it out a little bit.
Check your weapons. Hunt the enemy.
I really need to put that camouflage back on this gun. It'll look cooler. What looks doesn't win a war. True.
Move out and take position. Hostiles
Okay.
inbound.
So this is the worst map I could ever get. But we're gonna do our best anyway, guys.
Enemy
Who's
taking
got
heavy casualties.
blood?
Push through.
Yes! Very sticky. Crap.
on the upper deck! Munition!
Okay, came in a little tight. Biscuit. Surprised he didn't get it. Frustrating.
Enemies
So
on the upper
freaking
deck.
much. Crap.
Keep this up! Enemy taking heavy casualties! Push through!
Ich brauche mehr Munition! Werf eine Haftgranate!
Guys, y'all got it from a sticky.
Men on the upper deck!
We're being outmaneuvered!
Meine Munition! Gib mir Deckung! Lifeboat!
Biscuit. It's always.
Enemy recon aircraft in the air! Have them on the run! Kill them all!
Gun it.
Enemy taking heavy casualties! Push through!
Feind am Boden!
Here he is, to the right. Or no, he was to the left. Take gun it. Could have got me when I came in.
We've lost fire superiority!
Movement in the galley! By the AA guard!
We're breaking their backs!
Damn, once you think you're getting good, you put you in your place, don't they? Darn it.
They're pushing from the port deck! Feuern uns weiter! Sie feuern auf mich!
Being
Crap.
outmaneuvered!
I hit him like 3 or 4 times, too. Did you get him? Yes, he got him. Okay, sweet.
Ich glaub, ich hab ihn! Der beide Lifeboat!
Crap. Okay.
Munition! The galley!
Seriously? Yeah.
Movement on the upper deck!
Bombe!
Starboard deck!
Dropping Fritz 6 bomb.
Daggone it! I thought they got that guy.
Recon searching for targets.
How did that not get him? In real life, that grenade could have killed that Joker. I'm sorry.
They advance to the bow!
Don't screw up. Don't screw up.
Stay in the place!
Excellent work. The fatherland endures.
Yay, we win. We win. Yep. I'm back to my old ways with 8 kills and 14 deaths. So much for that. Let's see here. Let's go to soldier. Jobs. There we go. Let's see here. You gotta get headshots for all these? You've got to be kidding me. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for my broadcast today. Sorry that this one took a little bit long. I know we've only played 2 games in this blog, but I hope y'all did appreciate some of the information that I gave, and I will do better. I will look up some of these games for you at a later broadcast when I have time. But guys, I just want to say thank you for watching. All y'all have a God bless day, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe share some of these to your friends if they want something to laugh at. I know I'm not that great, and I put jokes on myself apparently. So yeah, but I will do better with these broadcasts, and I will do better with the informations. But again, do not forget to comment and comment on games that you would like to see more information or know more information about, and I will do my best of my ability to get you that information, or I will give you information on where to go to get it if I cannot find it for you. Because I got a few sources that I can probably point to some of y'all that actually knows this stuff a little bit more than I do. Like pro gamers, I found out some pro gamer websites that they do a lot of informations on games like Overwatch. If you didn't want to do information about that or anything else. But again, guys, thank you for watching, and everybody have a God bless day, and I hope y'all are still in a good mood. I am, so I don't know why, but I am in a very good mood this week, and I hope it lasts all the way till Friday, especially for work days, and especially Saturday. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of plans I got for Saturday. So again, thanks guys for watching, and again, I hope y'all having a good day. God bless. And again, shout out to all my cousins, man. Even though y'all don't play games with me, except for a very few, y'all still my cousins, and I'm proud to be yours. I hope I have, in a way, have honored y'all, of y'all being my cousin and I being yours, and to an extent, and sometimes I don't feel like it, but I hope that I, as the oldest cousin and on my mom's side of the family, I'm hoping that I can be that cousin that is there for you when you need it. If I'm not, again, I'll apologize, but yeah, and hopefully I've earned just a little bit of respect from you, but hey, that's family. They get on your nerves, especially when you have a big family like mine. But again, I'm proud to be them. I'll see y'all later, and hey, to other people, make your cousins like your friend. That's all I gotta say, man. Other than that, again, guys, have a God bless day, and I'll see y'all next time on Gaming for Fun. Y'all have a nice day. And while I get this set up, I'll play you some music on the way out.
Legendary situation, the comic that's no longer a remain. I really lost it with all of this one because and everything that's about to try to drop me my body is beyond afraid. Let's smash every challenge of a boy, travel on the tour, imagine what can happen if you manage to endure. The action practice to every next side is conform to the passion, every action from the master core. You got it in you, I know what to do. Big I can fight it, I'm good now. Don't use it as a level, the ring of the man. Waiting for this moment so that death don't keep me in smash. In smash. Digging Minecraft style. Minecraft style.
Today's music is unofficially brought to you by Spotify. Create your playlist and get Spotify Prime to do away with commercials. $10 a month. Play your hits anytime you want to, online and offline, for Amazon, for Spotify Prime. Again, unofficially, the music today has been brought to you by Spotify. Create your playlist and play your hits anywhere, anytime you want. Again, thank you for watching Gaming for Fun, and we'll see you next time.